This is one that I struggle with almost every time I sit down to draw. I have trouble writing out my scripts and then drawing them out. What I usually do is I just have the story already in my head and just draw out the entire comic page by page and then write the script. This is not the best way to work as a note. It's really kind of messy, and especially if you're working with a writer or somebody else in the comic book process, it can be very confusing for them, so please don't be like me. This way of working allows me to have visuals very early on as I'm writing, which is great for me because I'm a very visual person and can't really see things through words or scripts. However, since I can already see the story that I have in mind on page, I often neglect to polish up my drawings, pushing them back to the next stage and hoping for the best. This is an absolutely terrible habit, and you cannot, please don't follow my footsteps there. Way too often, I expect that the inking stage or the coloring stage will make a scene clear, or make a panel look great, or just push it to the next step. But if I don't nail it in the early stages from the get-go, that scene is just not going to make sense later. I'm just polishing a turd if I keep putting off adding the details, or drawing all the fingers on a hand, or making sure that the poses make sense. I know this sounds like it's totally stupid, and maybe it doesn't make sense to you, and maybe you don't have this problem, but when you're knee-deep in comic book pages, sometimes you just want to move on to something else.